Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to this brand new Let's Play of the 8-bit Chinese pirate version of Super Mario World. Am I even allowed to say that anymore? That's it everyone, this channel's been cancelled. No, but seriously, I have played the NES Mario games a million times, Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo a million times, but I have never played this 8-bit version of Super Mario World that was actually released on a cartridge in 1995 by Chinese pirators. And yeah, it's just really obscure, but I've always wanted to try it for myself, so I figured what better way than to do it in Let's Play form. I've played the very beginning, but haven't gotten far. From my understanding, it's a complete 7-world at least game from what I've heard. And it just, as you can see, obviously tries to be the Super Mario World that we all know and love, but a very rundown version of it on the NES and Famicom. So without further ado, let us get in here. And one more thing I should mention, I guess, before jumping in, is that as you saw, it said 2017, the Jabu there for a second. And the reason for that is that there was actually a ROM hack released for this Chinese pirate, if you can believe it, in 2017, which improves some of the visuals and color palettes, and also makes the physics a little bit closer to a traditional Mario game. This is going to be glitchy as all heck. You can be guaranteed of that. So any help that I can get in, making this somewhat more bearable, I'm going to greatly appreciate. And yeah, with that said, here we have a world map. We cannot just kind of freely go wherever we want, despite the fact that it looks like it. All the paths are already filled in. I guess we'll start with Yoshi's house here. And yeah, this is going to be just as kind of foreign to you as it is to me. And even the last time I checked this out was quite a while ago. So the controls are pretty... Like, as you can see, Mario kind of does this weird float when he gets to the top of his jump, but running doesn't feel too bad, although I think that's kind of thanks to the patch and not how it originally was in the original pirate. Nothing seems to be here, though, although now we're suddenly riding Yoshi. That's kind of cool. I guess going to Yoshi's house just gets you a free Yoshi. If we go back to Yoshi's house and leave it again, do we get another free Yoshi? And I accidentally just jumped off him there. What are the controls? So, A is jump, B is run, of course. At least they got that right. Start seems to be pause. Select isn't obviously doing anything right now. And I think it's if you hold up and jump, you kind of fly off of Yoshi. And what if I'm not on Yoshi and I hold up and jump? Can I do a spin jump in any way? Down and jump, no. Up and jump, yes. So there is spin jumping in this game too. Now that we understand the controls, let's move on. And this does definitely look like they were trying to copy Yoshi's Island. So exactly how much of this is literally just trying to copy the Super Nintendo game, and how much of it is original to the best ability that could be done on the NES, I have no idea. And that's what we're going to be discovering together. So let's go. I like how they even got the Mario start in there. I mean, as janky as heck as this is probably going to be, wow, Yoshi actually works and stuff. This is probably going to, and wow, so I guess they couldn't, program Bonsai Bill in. So you just get 3 horizontal potobos coming at your face. Wow, this does feel very weird still, actually, I suppose. Okay, so Rex still seems to work somewhat properly. Bonsai Bill doesn't usually come from the left like that, but, when it's potobos, I guess anything is possible. Does spin jumping destroy you in one hit? Apparently, trying to spin jump on Rex destroys myself, and we only get 3 lives to start the game. So when playing any video game, I always try not to get game overs, but considering how janky this is going to be, I will not be surprised if that happens at some point. And when that happens, is it going to boot us back to the title screen? Are there continues? I guess that's a journey we're going to be going on together. We do get dragon coins though, but that's interesting because I just got that first dragon coin again, but it already thought I had a dragon coin when I started the level, I guess because I collected one and then died. So the dragon coin counter is officially borked. It's gonna break any attempt on doing like an all dragon coin run of this game, I suppose. But so far it's looking very much like Yoshi's Island 1 of Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. We even get jumping piranha plants. I don't trust this. Like, if I stand beside this pipe, will it stay down? No. So, oh, wow, he went way too high there. I was kind of trying to sneak underneath. Okay, so this is what we're going to be able to expect from this game. Janky controls, janky enemies, just about janky everything. And it's always so weird because Chinese pirates, like I've played other ones on my channel, like the Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what I expected was going to happen. We'll find out now what happens if we get game over. I guess that was supposed to be their attempt at the Super Mario World Game Over music. And I don't know if it's just because we didn't get very far, or if it's because there is no kind of continue functionality at all. But we were literally booted back to the title screen. So let's take things seriously this time. And actually try to beat the first level. Which again, does look quite a bit like Yoshi's Island. But for some reason, these Chinese pirates do like so much to get so close to the original games that they're bootlegging. But then they always fall just short. Like, why couldn't they fix the controls up? If they were going to go through all this effort, why not fix the controls a little? Why not fix the enemies a little? And what did I just do there? I think I got a mushroom or something. That was really strange. And okay, so apparently even being on top of that pipe, no good. But thankfully you can get Yoshi back. All things considered, I guess an attempt at Yoshi on the NES is somewhat successful, considering, you know, even Miyamoto himself couldn't do it. So these Chinese pirators are doing what Miyamoto could never do. I got to jump off that. So what I think is an unfortunate reality of this Chinese pirate is that I don't think you can break turn blocks by doing a spin jump. So that pipe is just forever inaccessible, and that's just another example of like, why go through all that effort and making this so much like the original and then stop just short of, you know, making the spin jump actually work. And, you know, blocks don't actually turn brown after hitting them. They just, for some reason, kind of stay in their normal appearance. Also, we do have an item box down there. What happens if I press select? Nothing appears to be happening at this moment. Maybe if I take a hit, the mushroom just automatically comes out. They do die in one hit, though, if you jump on top of Rexes with Yoshi. That's interesting. There is no bounce, though. Like, I was just holding jump there, and Mario did not get any upwards momentum after bouncing off that enemy. Can we throw shells upwards? You can! Well, I want Yoshi, but I also want the one up. Is it gonna despawn? It's totally... Oh, no, it didn't despawn! No! I mean, that's a bonsai bill. In any normal Mario World playthrough, you would just jump on the bonsai bill and get that one up without worrying about it falling off the clouds. And I was trying to pick up that shell again. Can I hit this block again? I mean, it doesn't turn brown, but it seems to be smart enough to at least remember that it's already been hit. So this is just all kinds of jank. But so far, I guess it's a pretty faithful NES recreation of Yoshi's Island 1. We even get Fire Mario here with all of his typical Fire Mario colors from Mario World. He even looks up when you press up. He was kind of stuck there for a second. Actually, wow, yeah, that's just all kinds of bizarre. And did I miss a dragon coin somewhere? There's normally one in the pipe area that you have to spin jump to get to. But, I mean, we couldn't get down there. And there you go, there's the gold tape. And there's no kind of star points or anything like that, but that's the first level, and we are now allowed to proceed on. So I guess if I was smart, every single time I clear the level, I would go back and get Yoshi. I mean, I'm not going to make this a habit. I still have 4 dragon coins, so I guess it just means 5 dragon coins, regardless of what level you get them in, equals a 1-up. And, you know, I can't complain about that too much. Also, one thing I noticed is that I actually still had my mushroom in reserve. So if I press select now, it just makes me big. And it's cool because it actually wouldn't let me use it when I was already big, so it's almost kind of a step up from the original Mario World's item box in a way. There's also one less level on Yoshi's Island. There's usually Yoshi's Island 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the castle. So they seem to be, this is kind of a, you know, Yoshi's Island light going on here. Well, let's see what level we can expect from this. And this is Yoshi's Island 2. What's the music? It's the Forest of Illusion overworld map music. Also, this is a red shell, and the red shell does indeed still cause Yoshi to spit fire when eaten. This is so weird. Like, again, you know, you put all this effort in, why would you not make the blocks turn brown after being hit? Can I get 2 Yoshis? What that did was it actually caused me to jump off of Yoshi, or did I accidentally hold up when I jumped? It's a very easy thing to do, but what I'm discovering now is that I cannot get back on Yoshi again. So Yoshi's just kind of stuck under those blocks forever, I guess. But yeah, I'm actually once again somewhat impressed by this faithful recreation of Yoshi's Island 2. Very weird. And we got Chucks. Can we destroy you? No, we cannot with a shell. Shells seem to be of varying functionality here. I would love to go into a pipe. I want to know if there's a single working pipe in this entire thing. That's normally Yoshi, and there's not usually a star here. What's the music? I like it. The game is actually frozen while that vine just grew. It actually wouldn't let me move while it grew, and I can't tell what the star music is supposed to be. That's all sorts of bizarre. This does confirm one thing, though. I was wondering if there was going to be any kind of vertical scrolling in this game, and it seems that it was just confirmed that there is. And also, I wasn't sure if there was floor down. Can I look down to see if there's any floor or anything like that? Doesn't seem to, Oh, and then there wasn't floor there! Oh, I should have known that, though, because I think that hole is there in the original Super Nintendo version. Oh, man, this is all sorts of weird, but I hope you're enjoying it. I am having fun. Oh. And the ROM hack really does help, because I think in the time that I've tried this in the past just on my own, it was the one that wasn't patched, and if people are interested, at some point maybe I will just, you know, launch the unpatched version. We can have a little bit of a comparison, but I'm very thankful for the changes being made here, and I guess the reason why I couldn't get Yoshi again from that block earlier was because it knew that Yoshi was still earlier in the level somewhere, and it was, you know, so it thought that he was around, and I got a thing instead of it. Also, what's cool is that this is normally a yellow exclamation mark block, a switch block. So I guess it appears that there goes Yoshi. And that guy's just walking on air. This is the jank that we can expect from the, whoa, and then he still survived somehow. Although I did just spin jump on him, which was, you know, accidental, but it does prove that that's a thing that works. But yeah, no switch blocks in this game, unfortunately. And you can normally go down, I think it's this pipe, so I guess that doesn't work. Also, I can't, you know, stand on top of that because you'll probably still come out. And that's not how this works! That's not how this works at all! That's like Kaizo Mario levels of BS right there. Normally this is just to kind of get some extra bonus points. Oh, but you can still make the jump. Even though my P-switch literally just flew into the hole, which is not a thing that ever happens in Super Mario World. That's weird. Pretty funny troll though, if I'm not, you know, lying. And I'm pressing right and I cannot go to the pipe, so it appears that either maybe I need to wait till the level's beaten to do that, or, you know, it's probably just for decoration. Also, if I press start, can I look around the overworld map? No, pressing start appears to have made me enter the level, so I guess there's no getting a sneak peek of what exactly is coming up, you know, before we actually get there. And this is the title screen music for some reason? Normally there's yellow switch blocks down here that, you know, once you've hit the switch, make things a little safer, but it appears that they've just been replaced by brown blocks, which, speaking of which, obviously there are brown blocks in this game, and I have no idea where I'm going. So, not sure why they couldn't cause question mark blocks to turn into those after, you know, hitting an item block. Seems kind of strange. Now, where am I going? Okay. Whoa. So it actually still works kind of like the rotating platform from Super Mario World, just without the kind of chain in the middle, or the ball, or whatever they're called. That is interesting. And thankfully, you do have a lot of jump height. Okay, I didn't mean to spin jump there. If you're holding up even slightly, and you press that jump button, you are accidentally doing a spin jump. Be prepared for that to cause many hilarious deaths throughout this Let's Play, I'm sure. One thing, though, is that I think Super Mario World has one of the all-time greatest controls of any video game. They are just so solid. In Mario World, I feel like I can make Mario... I actually did not mean to move this way. Darn realistic NES momentum. Like, I can make Mario do whatever I want in that game. If I need him to jump somewhere or bounce off an enemy or whatever, I have the absolute confidence that with Mario World's controls, I can make it happen. And even newer Mario games like, you know, New Super Mario Bros. And such, even Mario World in Mario Maker 1 and 2 does not feel as good as the Mario World controls, I feel. And there is a secret pipe down one of these, although am I being silly worrying about it? So far, we haven't entered a pipe. I really want to try entering a pipe. And this would normally be the exit to that pipe I'm talking about. But I guess we'll just proceed on. But yeah, so it's weird playing this without those solid controls, but honestly, the controls are not as bad as I thought they were going to be. But I think part of that is definitely because of the patch that I'm playing. Thank you, the Jabu 2017, if you see this. It's greatly appreciated. Although, yeah, that's weird. Mario kind of throws fireballs upwards in like an arcing motion before they come back down. This is strange, and I don't trust that. What is this? This is... Oh, they're usually turn block bridges. But, you know, NES can't handle that. So instead you get these awkward green moving platforms. Enemies also don't turn into coins when you hit them. I have no idea where I'm jumping. This is a completely blind jump. Yeah! Not going to complain about that, I suppose. Just like that, we are one level away from finishing off World 1, which is probably where we're going to call this a day. This has been going somewhat well. I mean, I guess we technically got game over, but since I hadn't even beat the first level again yet, that was just a total, you know, sneak peek, and doesn't actually count towards any official game over counters. So, number 1 castle, normally Iggy's castle, I believe. Let's see what we can expect from a castle level. So far, castle music, castle entrance animation. I am impressed. Can we climb on this? Yes, we can. Wow. Why did that fireball bounce back at me? It did, right? Fireballs do not normally bounce back in Super Mario World, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Also, normally when you're climbing on a fence, you can kind of, you know, land on these guys and destroy them, but considering this hack, I don't know if I would even want to attempt to try that. Also, 2 mushrooms somehow came out of those... Wait, so... Okay, that didn't change my fire status, though. Wow, this music is weird. And why are these all mushrooms? From what I've seen so far, I don't think that there are any coin blocks. Like, have we actually gotten a coin out of a question mark block yet in this game? Or are they all just power-up blocks? Okay, I don't know how I actually dodged that. I see the Podobo. If I start moving, sometimes it feels like Mario doesn't stop, which is why I keep banging into the ceiling. Okay, wow, you can't do that. Can I flip? No. Okay. Flipping around to the backside of the fence is not programmed into this game, and I think understandably. Also, normally, again, speaking to the great controls that Super Mario World has, you can jump off of vines, jump off of cages, no problem. You can just control Mario so well. But in that case, that was not happening. That was me trying to jump off that fence and accidentally falling into the lava instead. So, without further ado though, let us get another mushroom. I know I have one in reserve, but I might as well just get one of these. And let's try not to make that same mistake again. Thankfully, the grabbing onto the cage seems to be pretty good though, because you play NES games where it's like, if you don't grab onto something from the bottom, or you don't press up at the exact perfect time, you're not grabbing onto it. But here I can just press up anytime and it seems to work pretty well. Okay, you can jump off of it, but whoa, no momentum, as I'm sure you just saw. Like, if I jump and then press right, that's the extent of Mario, you know, moving horizontally, so kind of have to account for the game's wacky physics for sure, as is something I was, you know, absolutely expecting to have to do. And again, sometimes he moves diagonal, and it's like you're not even holding the diagonal. Here's a midway point. Midway points do still make you big. Good to know. And here's our first kind of example of teleportation in this game, a door that actually worked. And that's just, you know, fault of the momentum. Normally, this is the room where Stompy Thing, copyright Miles Luigi for the name, appears in. And it's auto-scrolling, but since there's since there's no Stompy Thing in this game, I guess they figured thwomps and diagonal Podobos would do. And in that case right there, I ran too far. I didn't want to go into the hole, so I pressed left. And instead of it kind of just causing Mario, you know, to come to a halt, if you're running right, pressing left will usually just cancel out that movement and you'll be able to stop moving. But no, he just instantly started running back to the right. So I was not really prepared for that. But it's okay, we'll take this slowly. We actually do have a mushroom. Might as well use that. And yeah, let's not rush. It's not auto-scrolling, so we have nothing to worry about. The diagonal Podobos, definitely an interesting addition to this room. It's not, you know, not that I'm actually complaining, but kind of cool, actually. There would normally be a turn block bridge here. And I'm assuming we're pretty much at the end. I don't know how I avoided all that, but hey, the Podobo, how's it going? And it's normally Iggy, but instead it's Reznor. And I just, I jumped into the bottom of Reznor? Okay, I guess I just didn't do it at the proper angle. And yeah, 3 Reznor for some reason, and that's the boss of this castle. Is that going to be the boss of every castle? I would not even be surprised if that were the case. But with that, we are now at Donut Plains 1, if that's what this can even be called, for some reason coming up on, you know, Yoshi's House 2. It seems like Yoshi's Island really tried to be faithful to the original game, but as you can see, the overworld map is going all sorts of wonky from here on out, but I think we're going to save that for next time before we look into this anymore. I hope that you enjoyed that. I am actually more impressed than I was expecting to be so far. I hope this keeps up. I hope you're having fun, and hope you'll join me next time when we take on World 2. So thanks, and see you then. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.